Hi guys, how are you doing? Just a little one, how is everyone today? It's dark. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the UK. Not loving this. Anyway, first of all, I never normally mention people's channels, apart from obviously AD, in my videos, but today I just wanted to, first of all, to give a shout out to Mummy Ramblings and all the ladies over on that channel who did a brilliant thing the other night when a very uninvited guest tried to sort of slither into their chat during a live and was swiftly booted out by the great women, and very respectfully done as well. Mummy Ramblings handled it fantastically, and this person, we kind of all know who it is, was trying desperately to remain in the chat, and the lies that were coming out of his mouth were quite extraordinary. But then we're kind of used to that now, aren't we? And Brooke's channel brilliantly kept trying to remind this creator who was trying to slither into the chat to stop lying. But this person couldn't. They would try anything to remain in the chat and ingratiate themselves, down to spewing bits of information about their life, how they've been a victim about this, how murder had been part of this. Details, as you do, displaying to everyone in that chat, regardless of whether you knew them or not. Now that's normal behaviour, isn't it? But this person doesn't have any boundaries, so to them that's completely normal to tell your life story to a group of women who A, don't want you there, and B, aren't interested. So respect to all the ladies, I bow down to you, brilliantly handled, and the support that you give each other was fantastic. And speaking of this person has had a strike from YouTube for what he's doing. What he is doing. Not what anyone else is doing to him, but what he is doing. But yet this person, I'll name them, I don't normally, it's Daniel Bishop, has taken it upon himself to reverse facts, a little bit like AD. Apparently, it's everyone else's fault what happens to Daniel Bishop, not his own. So regardless of the fact that he makes videos threatening people, and let's just have a listen. So Daniel doesn't understand why he's been struck.
You trolls, you're trolling channels. You should be in fear right now. Because the ghost, Daniel Bishop, I'm coming for you.
Because that's normal, isn't it? That's normal behaviour. Not scary at all to put that out there, is it? Not scary at all, Daniel. See, it's that behaviour, that's why you're getting struck. Because that's horrible. Why are you making videos like that? But this is what he's resorted to now, Daniel Bishop. And there was another one that was addressed to me saying, fit of crime, this is just the beginning, and saying how he was going to do the same to me. He then changed the title once he knew he was sort of in trouble, changed the title so it didn't include me. This is a person who is well aware of his behaviour and what he's doing. And he knows it's what he is doing. It's his content. He is the one making these choices, but yet apparently it's everyone else's fault. So Daniel Bishop got his channel struck. So what does a normal person do? Normal person just goes straight and creates another channel and does exactly the same thing, but just taking it up a little notch. Here's a little story. This is where he has gone next. So Daniel Bishop made a video showing an email, a supposed email that a lady had sent him. Now the lady in question was saying that she was desperately depressed, she had problems with the medication, and she started to self-harm and was feeling suicidal. And in this email, it doesn't really state that it was down to anyone, it's just talking about comments on channels. Daniel Bishop blames this woman's behaviour on the troll channels and Martin Dean. The troll channels, Daniel includes me as a troll, even though the definition of a troll isn't that, Daniel. This is just me. I have two channels, this one and a fitness channel, And I never go on Daniel's channel or do anything to Daniel Bishop because I've had to block him along with everyone else. Daniel Bishop, I can't speak, keeps trying to make out that he's being trolled. Everyone has blocked him because they don't want anything to do with him. So no one is trolling him at all. It's all a complete farce. Anyway, Daniel Bishop then puts up on the channel this woman's email, supposed email, and pictures of her slashed wrists. That's apparently happened. So, Daniel Bishop states, yeah, and I took these and then I didn't ask her permission, but I went and shared them with my friends on YouTube and Facebook. So instead of actually wondering if this woman was all right, or contacting a hospital, or contacting anyone around her, or indeed contacting the police to do a welfare check, no, Daniel Bishop decided to just share it on social media. A picture of someone's slashed wrists and their email being in a desperate state. Because that's really, really going to do good, isn't it? To just share it. Especially with people like Marble Mouth Norman, who is definitely going to do some good deeds with that, because that's all Norman does. Good deeds. His channels are full of positivity, all 87 of them, and always just out for a smile is Norman. Never says anything awful, never does creepy voiceovers, never puts a video of himself up on a ventilator randomly. No, never does threats. No. Never hangs around with horrific, grotesque, idiot women who just can't stop talking about other women and feel it's okay to call other women bitches and whores. Because that's normal too, isn't it? Anyway, speaking of which, Daniel Bishop also thanked the Lord that we have him. Because apparently a woman needs to look a certain way when she's on YouTube, when she does videos. Otherwise she's possessed by the devil. Who knew? Who knew? Thank God we've got Daniel Bishop to tell us how much makeup to wear, what type of clothing to wear, so that we look like a real woman, not a woman possessed. Thanks for that, Daniel. I'm sure the whole world of women will be so grateful for your fashion advice, especially looking as you do. Gorgeous. Anyway, so Daniel Bishop didn't help this woman. A normal person would have probably checked to see if this woman was okay. But no, Daniel and Norman care more about who did this to this woman. And apparently, it's all of us. All of us. Yeah. So all of our videos, all the alts that I have, apparently Daniel says that I've got loads of alts and that I've been attacking his family. Oh, God almighty. It just gets worse and worse and worse. Look at me. Everything I need to say, I say it like this, as me, because I don't need to hide. Why would I hide? I don't mean any harm or do anything wrong to anyone. I don't need to hide. I don't need other alts, but apparently he shows, it's just so ludicrous, you've got to laugh. He shows all these different alts, and apparently it's all me. Oh, and apparently I'm on drugs as well. So Daniel Bishop loves to take people's videos. You know, they all do. Norman loves this. The old screenshots. Screenshots of proof and truth. Proof and truth, truth and proof. That's what they're about. Apparently, Norman has got proof and truth, and he's had that for the last 3 years. Yet done nothing with it, have you, Norman? Apparently, proof and truth. So yeah, Daniel loves his screenshot. He loves screenshots of me. And what he loves doing is splicing up my little comedy skits and then kind of going really close up, you know, where you can, on iMovie, where you can crop it. He loves doing that. And then going right into my face with these bits of spliced videos. And so it ends up me going, because he's put it all together. And then he loves to do wording on top. Like, oh, hi much, or how many drugs have you taken? Yeah, but this is also a person who says that my content is horrific, slanderous, mocking. Kind of doesn't fit both stories, does it, Daniel? If you're trying to push the fact that I'm high on these videos and I'm like, and it's not me doing a skit, then it can't really be mocking and slanderous, can it? It's one or the other. But that's where Daniel kind of gets lost with his little storybooks, because he can't quite figure out how to keep it all going, because then he has to remember. With the truth, you never have to remember. With a lie, you do. And Daniel is constantly forgetting, a bit like AD, what he's already said. You can't have both different realities, Daniel. So anyway, yeah, he loves to do that, and he loves to sort of focus in on my face and me looking all doolally, which of course one would when you're doing a comedy skit. If you go close up to anyone on SNL, they would look bonkers. But Daniel loves to do this because it takes him a good while, and he's got to sort of get his anger out. Anyway, so Daniel doesn't stop there. He can't stop there. He's angry that he's been struck for speaking horrifically about others and threatening them, which is no one else's fault but his. Why would you need to threaten people? Why make creepy videos of you in the dark in a hoodie going, yeah, I'm gonna get you, Joe. This is a father. He has a son. What sort of person puts up a picture of slashed wrists and then goes all out taking videos of his own wrists, pictures of his own wrists, which incidentally is covered by a watch and a band to cover his scars? It's not a joking matter, self-harm and suicide attempts. Yet the way he's handled this supposed suicide attempt of this woman, if it was real, Jesus, somebody give me her number. I'll check if she's okay. But no, Daniel doesn't do that. He just sends it all out to his mates. And he says he sent it to his mates. And who's the person that you really want to help you in a time of need? Yep, it's Norman. So then this person has a son watching his own father trying to do proof and truth, as real real can be, making videos like this. I mean, what sort of person does that? As content, what is he trying to do? Okay, in an ideal world, Daniel, in your head, what is it that you are intending to do with this content? What is it, putting a woman's or a man's, or indeed your own slashed wrist up on YouTube? What does it do? What's the sort of end result that you want? Because people have given Daniel Bishop massive amounts of room and space to be able to start up a conversation. But Daniel can't converse with anyone. He can only conversate, apparently. It's converse, Daniel. It's converse. Talking to someone. But yeah, he can't do that. So what he'll do is he'll just block the comments when you sort of reach out, and then he'll just sort of get rid of those as if they didn't exist, because he's got to fit his own reality there. Then comes into this his bile and spite toward the Rusek family. And the excuse always given is, I've never said anything bad about Shanann, never said anything bad about Shanann. When you abuse the Rusek family, you say bad stuff about Shanann. Shanann is part of it. She's part of the family. This is a family, regardless of what you think of them. You don't know them, they don't know you. Your opinion of the Rusek family is none of your business, anyone else's business. You don't know them. You got no business saying your opinion of what they are, how they've acted. It's obsolete. But yet, Daniel Bishop and people like him, voices in our head, this Norman, but mostly, to be honest, Daniel Bishop is the one who has been the most reprehensible towards the Rusek family. The comments that he said, I can't even repeat because it made me sick. Made me absolutely sick. And this man will not stop trying to get in some wrangle with Frankie Rusek. For some reason, he's shone a light on Frankie Rusek and he can't let go. And literally like a rabid dog, can't let go. He will go as far as he can to try and ruin the reputation of this family. This family have been as close to hell as any family could get. Like I said before, one day they were just having a cup of coffee, getting on with their day. The next day, everything changed forever. Everything. We will never know what that's like. And then Daniel Bishop and voices come up with, they're always the same thing. I've had tragedy, I've had murder, I have things in my life, but I don't act like you, Rusek family, don't act like you. Exactly what have the Rusek family acted like? They're not acting anything because these are real people. It's not a play, they're not characters. They have an absolute right when people are going for them to be able to get on there and say enough, enough. I'm going to speak to my lawyer and I'm going to get you into court because it's the proper way to deal with you guys. And it is the proper way to deal with someone. But they can't deal with that, these guys. So they have to kind of make it dirty. With these people, it's miniature dirt wars. Because when you try to actually address something in a logical, realistic, adult way, they can't. They don't have that way of behaving. They don't have a knowledge of how to behave in society. Their normal is everyone's normal. So they think, Daniel Bishop thinks it's perfectly normal to do a video of you in the shadows threatening other people. So he presumes other people do the same thing. He has many alts and destroys people, as does Norman, as does AD. So they think everyone else does the same thing. They presume that I am on drugs or I am trying to get out to get someone, that I've got alts and that I've done this, that and the other, when actually I don't behave like that. Their normal is not my normal. And what these people are doing is not the norm. It's not. But to them it feels like it because these people don't have any social boundaries at all. Daniel Bishop thinks it's perfectly okay to say what he's been saying about Frankie Rusek, to lie and say that Frankie Rusek has been threatening him and his family. Frankie Rusek has never threatened anyone. Why would he? This is a person who lost most of his family, but it's still not going in for people like Daniel Bishop. All Daniel Bishop feels is pain and hurt and the threat of annihilation, so he must keep fighting out. He must keep fighting because people are threatening him. When the reality is, no one has even got close or even wants to. It's the opposite. People have recoiled from Daniel Bishop. Recoiled. He's had many opportunities to be spoken to and have that conversation. What's going on? Can we fix this? Or what do you want? Why are you harassing me? Blah, blah. He can't. He can only come out with lies, vile insults, ludicrous videos in the car at 2 a.m, videos in the shadows, videos aimed at women which are just creepy. So people have recoiled. They've gone the other way. No one wants to give him that opportunity anymore. They've tried. It's the same with this idiot friend of his from the States. And this is a mother as well. She has a child who will not let go of me. Everywhere I go, she follows like a bad smell. And this woman contributes nothing to YouTube, but just slagging other people off. And again, this woman, it's a loose term, has called me so many names, so many things that it doesn't affect me at all. If she thinks I look like a witch, so be it. If she thinks I look like a bird, so be it. I don't care what she thinks about me because I have no interest in this person. This person just does not figure in my vision. But she keeps on. She's everywhere, but never saying anything much. But they all join together because these zombies are trying to find their tribe. So they're going from person to person, trying to find, do you feel the same way I do? Have you got these thoughts? Oh, let's cling together again then. So they presume that all of us are, when none of us are clinging to anyone. We don't have to, because all we're doing is speaking the facts. You can't debate the facts. It's like faith, you can't. So what they have to do is they have to find another way, and they choose the violent way, the abusive way, the victimized way, the plain downright dirty, nasty way, the gang way, any way that they can, the laughing, the gloating, the sneering, trying to go in the back door and get to the Rusek family. The Rusek family are so incredibly gracious that they don't do anything. All they've done is get to a point where they have to take people to court because it's the legal, proper way to do it. And once these people are in court, then they can explain. Once Daniel is in court, or AD is in court, or someone is in court, then we can all meet in court. And then everything can be aired, everything will come out, and they will get their chance to speak. So anyway, this girl, she just follows me around. And of course, when I've said to her again recently, what is your problem? What is it? Have I done something wrong? Do you want to talk? We could talk on a live. What is the problem? Explain to me exactly, and then I will know what your problem is, rather than you just going on to every channel I see slagging me off. But you can't get through to someone like that. This person doesn't function in that way. Her level of functioning, I don't know, she has a history, as we all do. But every time you try and approach this person, the victim comes out. Oh, I've done this, but I'm really, really good now. I'm really good. I've said sorry. I don't have to apologise for my past. No one's even said anything about it. It's quite extraordinary, this behaviour. As soon as they're caught out, it's textbook sort of sociopathic behaviour to go, what, I'm really, really good. What are you doing? And all of that comes out. Anyway, I tried again to speak to this person, and all I got was the old bye girl, bye. Oh, you're crazy, you're just so crazy. Oh my god, she's nuts. Bye girl. It's just not getting through. A normal adult person would go, well, actually, I don't like this or that. I felt this way when you did that. Or, yeah, all right, I'm not willing to go forwards, or I am willing to go forwards. You can't with these people, because they have no justification for doing what they're doing, apart from the fact that they hate everyone and everything. They bring no joy to anything. They don't even understand parody. They understand their own, but then when it's done at them, it's harassment and bullying. And that's the way it works for them. So trying to approach these people with logical or rational behaviour is impossible. You will get nothing back at all. So these people have to resort to more and more extreme levels of provocation. The slashed wrist thing. Norman put a voiceover saying that it was Martin's fault. Martin's got to stop this. Where has Martin even started it? What's it got to do with Martin? It doesn't. It doesn't have to do with Martin, doesn't have to do with Frankie, doesn't have to do with me, doesn't have to do with anyone. It has to do with them in here. And this is the problem. And as long as this is a problem, there'll never be a solution. So other people just can't try. So I kind of went, oh, okay, just keep talking about me then. And you get the old comments back of, yeah, she doesn't fancy you, or what you want some fit of crime. Oh yeah, you're never going to get her. Oh, apparently I'm banging the cop that I reported Norman to. Apparently I'm banging that cop. Apparently I want a piece of Daniel. Yeah, apparently I want a piece of AD as well. Yeah, apparently all of that. And this is what these people will sort of resort to. It just goes on and on and on. And then when they're rumbled or caught out, then the tears come, or another explanation, or more screenshots, or more proof, or more about their history and their life. Constantly trying to convince. When someone is always trying to convince you that something's real, believe me, Watch to the end of this video. I promise you. Take my word for it. Trust me. All of these things preceding anything basically means that they know they're not really telling the truth, and they've got to work extra hard for you to believe them. AD does it a lot. A lot. And as did the woman with this video recently, Kim, I think, something like that, with this video that apparently was going to blow our minds. But she's not going to tell us yet. She's going to tell us at the end of the video that she has got, so she set it up like one of those sort of fairground acts, where the whole act is the setup. And everything else was just nonsensical. If you listen to the video, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Everything and nothing is covered because the whole thing was a setup. She does it a lot. And then Daniel Bishop does it a lot. So he was saying this woman who did the suicide attempt was real as real could get. That was what we got. As real could get. And the same goes for when people feel that they have to explain themselves, so that people feel sorry for them. If people feel sorry for them, they forgive in their head everything that they've done, the bad stuff. So Daniel Bishop putting up threatening videos to other people, voices in her head calling other women bitches and whores on social media. This woman in the States who keeps following me around, she feels it's appropriate to call other women bitches, and she has a young daughter. So then when they're called out, they then have to explain something really good that they've done, or that they've overcome, or that it's not their fault. Because most of these guys have some sort of chaotic relationship with the law themselves. So there's often quite a big history there. Now that's not judging, that's just fact. And quite a lot seems to be quite chaotic in their lives. And so you can kind of piece it all together. And again, no one is perfect. None of us are perfect. We've all got a history. But it's when you start threatening other people and not even realizing that that's wrong, is that a problem? And we've all got ourselves now into this spot where the most insane, abnormal behavior is becoming normal. And we question people like Chris Watts. It takes a massive leap for us to go, I don't get it. I don't know how he got from this to this. And then you start to see with some of the behavior that these people demonstrate, you can see that you never know a person. People can be one thing and another thing at the same time. And duality is all the way part of life. But you start to see the more extremes of human behavior. Anyone who is willing to make a video putting up that someone has tried to commit suicide and it's someone else's fault, and they're going to say that on social media without calling the police, without anything, that person isn't healthy. Isn't healthy. Now, Daniel Bishop has put up another video about me saying, fit of crime, what was he saying? Oh yeah, he said, I'm utterly paranoid that people have fed me things and I'm really paranoid, thinking that someone's threatening me. So the video that Daniel put up saying, fit of crime, this is just the beginning, fit of crime, I'm coming for you, while he was in a hoodie in the dark, while putting skulls and all kinds of weird shit on his channel. Devils, just like a really bad sort of emo 16-year-old video. So he can't understand why perhaps I was saying that someone's threatening me and I don't feel comfortable with that as a woman on my own. So when someone says, I'm coming to get you, be afraid, you're my next victim, and I quote, apparently to Daniel, that's not intimidating or scary or, nothing. Apparently a woman can't say, listen, someone's threatening me. Apparently, Amber, women can't say someone's threatening me. You obviously have a problem with that. Yes, I do have a right to say someone's threatening me, because he was. That's what's getting Daniel Bishop into trouble. He's threatening people. He's threatening Frankie Rusek. He's making up lies about the entire family, making up lies about me, making up lies about Martin, making up lies about Bam, making up lies about everyone. Everyone. Everyone is a target for Daniel. Everyone. And people say, oh, you know, but he used to be so nice. No. Same as Chris Watts. It's just an act. It's just an act. And the real person will always out, eventually. They just will. Now, I don't even talk about Daniel Bishop again. It doesn't interest me in the slightest. I do recoil again, but he can't stop making videos about me. Same as this woman. I've never even mentioned her, but she just cannot stop talking about me. So I just wonder how we all got to this point and where to move forwards now, because it's got to the point where it's gone over the edge, that all these people do is bandy around the same word, hate. No one who is supporting the Ruseks hate anyone, because we're good people. Good people. No one is in a big group. No one needs to find their tribe. We're just trying to expose the lies and clean up all the crap that people say about each other. Why on earth would I go for Daniel Bishop's family? I'm a woman in my late 40s living in London with a job and a life. I don't care about Daniel Bishop. I only care when this weirdo from the States keeps trying to contact me and then keeps making threatening videos about me. It's ludicrous. And then when I do speak up, they all go, oh yeah, here she goes again. Yeah, she's just so over dramatic. Yeah, everyone knows it. It just goes on and on and on. It's like dealing with toddlers. That's what we're all kind of dealing with. And what's it all for, Daniel? What do you want from Frankie Rusek? Because he's contacted you. He's said, listen, what's the problem here? The things that you've said about that family are criminal. And you said in this video, yeah, oh God, this is the best bit, guys. This is the best bit. Not only am I a drug addict, apparently I want Daniel, but at the same time, I want Amber. Apparently I'm banging the cop that I reported Norman to. Apparently I have loads of alts. Apparently all different things. What was I going to say? Apparently I'm about to blow. Not in that way. Apparently I'm about to blow. Yes, I'm so paranoid I'm about to blow. Okay, what do I look like? Do I look like I'm paranoid and about to blow? I'm not the one putting slit wrists up on my videos. I'm not the one threatening people. I'm not the one just trying desperately to get anyone to give me money and to watch my videos. You know, apparently I'm using living in the UK as a cloak to wear, as an excuse and a way to hide so that Daniel doesn't sue me for everything that I'm worth. So Daniel Bishop wants to sue me. The only reason he's not doing it is because he can't, because I'm in the UK. Yeah. So anyone who has any comments that they'd like to tell me what Daniel Bishop could sue me for. What have I done to Dame Bishop? Anyway, it goes on like this. So this person will not stop making videos about me, hence why I decided to make one. I'm sure we'll all get into the firing line at some point. And what's brilliant is that this person then sort of recites the Bible and prayer. He indeed said that prayers need to go out for Kelly the Advocate because she didn't wear enough makeup on a YouTube channel, and any self-respecting woman would make an effort to get on camera. An effort, like Daniel Bishop without his top on. Yeah. So yeah, all of this, I'm sure his Lord was love the fact that he's threatening people. What a depressing video to have to make. And I'm sure what will happen is that Daniel Bishop and Norman and Amber, oh my God, Amber, oh my God. It's just so boring. This woman, it's the same thing every time. But anyway, I'm sure they'll notch it up a little bit to, you know, make the stakes even higher. Because you know what? They've just sunk as low as putting a slashed wrist up on their YouTube videos. I just don't know how you sleep at night. I really, really don't. I really don't. Anyway, it's the last time I'll be making a video about these people. Have a great night, guys. And as always, give me a thumbs up if you can, and give me some comments below. Let me know your experience, or whether you've been threatened or you felt intimidated by anyone sending you weird stuff online, or made videos about you that was just that little bit too intimidating. Pushed it a little bit too far, that made you feel very, very uncomfortable. And stay safe, mostly. Thanks for watching.